Hello Aquarius, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, Rising Sign folks. It's Nen from Insightful Vibrations here with your forecast for the week of October 2nd to 8th, 2017. Aquarius, I'm using the Lenormand Gilded Reverie deck and I have drawn 7 cards for you. The 7th card and the one at the leftmost position is 21. It's the Mountain. And basically this mountain is the representative of how this week's energies will be, the main preoccupation or atmosphere that you will have to deal with. So let's look at that. The mountain is all about obstacles. It's about blockages, and it's about figuring out how to get around those things or through those things. And what I see here is actually really interesting. So let's go over the other cards before I get to it. So we have the storks, the fox, the tower. We have the staircase, the coffin, and the snake. And I know these cards seem daunting, but really I don't feel they are. In totality, I feel this is a breakthrough kind of week where, you've got this barrier or blockage, or you've got this, insert what seems to be an insurmountable problem, maybe a perplexing issue, maybe you just don't know how to solve something of a dilemma or a problem in your life. But look at the storks. The storks will just fly you to freedom here. So you will break through the barriers. It might put you at crossroads though, because it might be that, you end up having to make a choice between option A and option B. And this could even be between people, between person A or between person B. But for some of you, it's also possibly a decision or some kind of barrier to relocation, maybe long distance relocation. It could be that you're thinking about whether to move for work purposes or just to relocate your home. But it also may be that you are planning to travel long distance, but you're not sure now because there's been storms in the area and you're not sure if you want to venture out. So it's really very much, a sort of decision-making week, but very transformational energies, because look at the coffin. The coffin is all about things that aren't working ending and a new, scenario beginning. So this is really, really wonderful, because with the storks too, you have fresh new opportunities. They may be at a distance, or they may be nearby, or they may be right where you are. I feel that most of these things will happen somewhere other than where you are. But, new opportunities are wonderful. And, you have a lot of transformational astrological energy this week. You are coming into the week, on October 2nd, having had Mars trine Pluto the day before. And then on October 3rd, Venus trines Pluto. So they both chime together to hold hands with Pluto and really create very, very pleasant energies. And then the result is that there's a lot of love and understanding, but there's also an intensity to relationships. And this is what the snake and the fox are saying, let go of that intensity, or if the relationship is unbearable, let go of the relationship. And then the intensity itself will manifest into something much more pleasant. I also feel that with Venus conjunction Mars and that real passion rising, there is a potential for misunderstandings and sometimes power struggles. So you do have to be careful with that. With the Tower card there, you don't want a situation where someone ends up with physical manifestations of that conflict, such as a jail or a hospital, for example, or a courthouse. So, the idea is to remain very, very tempered. The snake says, stay stealth. Just stay stealth. Don't breach any, rules of sociability, so to speak. Don't ignore people. Don't incite people. Don't try not to anger people. Try not to insult anyone or put anyone down, because really those are the kinds of things that may really make a situation worse than what it already is. And Pluto's been retrograde for a number of months and finally went direct last week. But there's still a little residual relationship clearing to do. So it may be that you're procrastinating doing what's obviously needed. And you may have to finally face the music and face your fears and get through that. You know, a lot of bullying is in the way here in this, you know, set of cards, I feel. So I just want you to face these heavy issues and eliminate what's negative so that you can move forward. You know, Venus conjunction Mars with the full moon in Aries. Wow, a lot of passion there. And then, you know, coming into Sunday on the 8th of October, we have Venus squaring Saturn. So again, you know, heaviness in relationships that may manifest a change, a transformation. So that blockage is definitely going to be busted through. Don't fight it. There's no point in fighting things that you know are not good for you, and you're just holding on to them because you don't want the alternative. Now, for those of you who are in business or who are working and are relating to any government places, this could be any government institutions at all, or any funded or government-funded institutions. You do have to watch your communication. There may be some upsets in love and money here, so cooperation, harmony, and also monetary issues come up. I feel there may be a little bit of nepotism in place with the fox and the tower there. I also feel that you don't know who your friends are where you work, so you have to be careful and stealth this week. Again, not to say something about someone else at the water cooler and then you find out, you know, they're somehow related to the boss, that kind of thing. So be very careful, be stealth, get your facts together before you approach anybody with anything. And maybe this isn't quite the week to have a confrontation. I think probably let things subside, let any tension subside, and then you'll do much better the following week. I also feel there's a heavy presence of a Scorpio and a Libra here. Also I'm feeling Cancer, the sign of Cancer. So that's coming through quite loud and clear. So whatever is happening in your situation, I do feel that new love can come through for you. This is represented by the storks. There's 2 storks there in that nest. And it could mean that you end up nesting with someone because you have the staircase, which could represent, you know, a splitting off from where you are. You may decide you have to move, or you may decide you have to move part-time, or you may move both your work and your home so that you can have everything in a more compact sort of situation. So there's a lot going on here, and I do feel that you're going to have a lot of troubleshooting, but I want you to remember that that mountain card has beautiful green growth in front of it. So you might think you have to climb the mountain to get over the problems. You may have to go around the mountain to get over the problems, or dig a tunnel underneath to get over the problems, or whatever. But you know what? Look at the growth. Look at the hope in front of the mountain. Sometimes the solution is right in front of your nose and you're just blocking it. So get rid of that excess emotion, that attitude that you've had toward the situation that isn't working, and just try to work with the blank slate, and you'll find the solution right in front of your nose, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in, for liking and sharing the videos, for subscribing to my channel. It all means a great deal to me. Have yourself a wonderful week.